Ready up.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsay. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Check it back. 22-jet bomber. 22-jet bomber. Check go.
On first down, Atkinson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsay. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
61, match box.
On 2nd down, it's Lindsay. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Back to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down. Only 2 on the screen pass there, and it'll be 4th down. On 4th down. He's got his tight end fan. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Well, peel back the curtain, partner. We've got a pretty good look into how they plan to play this game. Aggressive seems to be the word. Going for it on 4th down in that situation.
Yeah, opening drive. Now, we know this coaching staff, they have traits of aggression in their history, but what a start to this game. They're going for it.
Yeah, a lot of people might say reckless, but they got it. 1 for 1 on 4th down here early in the game.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now this now play number 9 on the opening drive, but it's 3rd and long.
Coming to you.
Operating from the gun. Got an open man. It's Foster. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. They've already gone for it and made it once on this opening drive. They're going to try it again on 4th down. On 4th down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jayon Brown. And this crowd loves it as their guys hold on the opening drive. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one, as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's 2nd and 8. This is intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Reload.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
Pull up for signal.
Mike's phone. Silver. 40. Check. 44 Mike. Check. Rabbit.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Forced out to his left. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward.
Watch the curl.
First down and 10 yards to go.
Check 37. 22, check, Bama. 22, check, Bama.
I got to come Kool-Aid.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Here I come again. 25, check 25. Kill. Check.
On 2nd down now. Boykin. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
I got it. Check.
Friday.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Score Seahawks 7, Broncos 0.
315. 14. Gun.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Check.
They run for it with Carson. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Bronco defense comes up big. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Let's pin the mirror back and go full strength. Hey. Let's go.
Now a carry for Lindsey. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is just going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
This will be fielded at the 17. 12 yards on the return that time. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
19.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson, he'll find Metcalf. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 45-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Alert.
44 is the mic. 44 is the mic. Check.
I'm trying to collect.
Here's Wilson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well. What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On 2nd down, Atkinson. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Alpha. X3. 2X10.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Yo, Trip is here, baby. Yo, Trip is here.
2 minutes on the clock. 2nd quarter. 7-0 ball game. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
70, Indy.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. 59 Mike. 59.
Hey, it's Orbit. Speak grip.
To throw on third down. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down?
Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
Hey, exit. Put up.
What's the run?
Get.
On 4th down. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Let's go. Get excited. Let's go. Let's go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Watch the eye.
Hey, alert.
Watch the pass. 44 is the Mike. 44 is Mike. Check. Here we go, G. Get off the field.
Hey, 0.
44 is the Mike.
Tempo.
And that'll set them back 5.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Left. Good job right there. Left.
Mike's forward. Watch the slant. Orbit.
Good cut.
There's Wilson to throw. He's going to float this one deep right. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Austin Safarian-Jenkins. His first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll make the score 14-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he works free. They'll get 34 yards there.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great, let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. They'll run on first down. Lindsey making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down.
Mike, check, 59.
Five.
I'm coming. 59, Mike.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
36 power. Easy.
Draw play. This is Carson. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, Coach. We can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
On first down, it's Carson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They run again with Carson. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
Green 80. Let's go. 4 down.
Don't let him breathe. Play that tight deep. Don't let him breathe, defense.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
They'll run on first down. Boykin, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Get that quarterback, Get that quarterback. Hustle. Get that quarterback.
Switch. Wilson now to throw on third down. Flushed out right. That's complete into the hands of Carson. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
What? 3-15. I'll go special. On deck, defense. On deck. Check. Crunch.
They'll try to run with Carson. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Chris Carson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Myers connects on the PAT. And it's now 21-0. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. 2nd and 14. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where is he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
65. Check 24. Check. Lucky. Check.
One left.
On first down, Carson. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
12. Alert.
On 2nd and 7, Wilson. Safarian Jenkins has it. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Third down, and they're going to try the jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. From the left hash, this from 39. And Myers able to knock it through, and that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Quick throw going to be caught by Foster. And he's taken down inside the 30. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Rolling. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They'll run it now out of the gun, fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Throwing on 3rd and long. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
In your face.
On 4th down. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Dante Fowler. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. So that's the second time this game they've given it up on 4th down. They're now 1 for 3 on 4th down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on 4th down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped them 2 out of 3 times. Usually you have 4th down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now, that turnover might just about do it here. 4th quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart, a couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 46.
Tuck 50, tuck 50.
Show it up.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Jam, 14. Jam.
From just shy of midfield, Wilson. And his throw is incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And it's 3rd and 4. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Isaac Yiadom in there to pick it. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step 1. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still 3-score game, though, 4th quarter. They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Let's go. Hey, let's get there. Check 43.
61, matchbox light.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Go now. 60 or.
On 2nd down now. Atkinson trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. The Broncos on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
59,
General West. Ready?
They'll keep it on the ground. Atkinson, and they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one good for 13 and a Denver 1st down.
That was 4th and what we would call long in that situation, wasn't it? That wasn't 4th and inches, was it?
No, I mean, you get in those situations 4th and 3, 4th and 4. That's a lot to, what would you say, a lot of pizza left in that box.
It certainly is. Not everyone dove in on that one. In today's NFL, this is a passing down. All right, this is not a running down. That takes a lot of guts to call that play and even better execution.
Denver has a 1st down on the 15-yard play. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. They'll run it now out of the gun. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Watch the run. Hey, high 7.
2nd and 5. And this is incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, and it's 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, and he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
54, Mike. 54.
On fourth down. And it is incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on fourth. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Well, they were looking for a clutch play there on fourth, unable to come up with it.
How about that defense, though, huh? How about that D?
Yeah, momentum swing.
And, you know, I remember playing how much fourth downs were emphasized. You know, because, as you said, it's a momentum play. It's also a big test for you. You know, if people are going to go for it on fourth down, they believe you're not up to the challenge. You want to show them differently.
No. Gotta go. In and out. Let's go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. First down Seattle on a pickup of 13. Wilson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Throwing right, and that's complete. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. They'll run on first down. Boykin. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Alert. Watch safety creep. Watch safety. Safety's creeping. 44. Mike, 44. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Shit.
Wilson wants to throw it. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 26. Wilson now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. This is Carson. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Fair. 59. You ain't going nowhere. Slam.
From the 24, Wilson. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Extra point up and through by Myers. They've gone final now from Los Angeles. And really pouring it on now are the Falcons. If they can win that game, it would mean win number 11 for them on the season.
Let's go.
Ready up.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one. Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Well, they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. So the